Hey guys, how you doing? Kind of a quick introduction. We're gonna run through this kind of cool Mustang we got to play with. But I run down and picked this up the other day. I only paid a few $100 for it. Really, Joe wanted it, so I was gonna run down and drop it off to him, but we just thought we'd, you know, for a couple $100 Series 60, we thought we'd spin this thing over. And let me show you. So we thought this was junk. They said it wouldn't roll over. It wouldn't turn over all the way. Well, let me back up. Because the reason this thing's laying on its side is when I showed up, these guys snatched it up with a chain and they were about to set it down on the oil pan, which, in case you don't know, is plastic on these. So I said, hey, can we block it up? So they put some blocks underneath this thing and then tipped it over on its side and said, there you go. So, well, I mean, I guess that's one way to do it, but anyways, sort of had an interesting side effect. I actually thought this thing dropped a valve, and that's why it wouldn't turn over. And Joe, being, you know, like probably the greatest Detroit guy in the country, is like, nah, it broke a piston. I'm like, yeah, I think it broke valve. So I'll show you this, right? Gets stiff right there, but it will pull through it. And I don't want to push it too hard. Now it won't go. Yeah, see right there it hangs up. But if I start rocking it a little bit, I can get it to go around if you just play with it. So that kind of blows my dropped a piston or dropped a valve theory. Whoops. So anyways, I get to taking a closer look at this oil pan, and let me show you. If you get to looking into that oil pan, you'll see there's some kind of jelly looking stuff. But if you look on the screen, you can see it, there's some kind of grains of sand, granular pot metal. And if you look right here under probably number 3, there's one little pile of sand. So interesting part is so, well, as much as it makes me mad, Joe's right. I'm sure it dynamited a piston. They're kind of known for that. But the sort of interesting thing is, you know, they yanked this motor out because it wouldn't turn over. They assumed it's junk. Quite frankly, pop a piston into it, drop a jug, clean the oil out. This is a good motor that will go on and serve many, probably hundreds of thousands of miles. So I was actually going to keep this for a backup. I'm looking at a tractor. I was gonna drop a Cummins out of it and put this in, but Joe actually has a need for it, so we're gonna go down with him quick and slap this thing together here in the next couple days and put it back in service. We're also gonna throw that 871 motor that we were working on when we were starting the race truck in a yarder. But here's that Mustang. We gotta say it loud and
let's do this.
Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? Kind of a cool one. My wife and I came out, met sort of a new friend. We were out for a yard sale, and it's just kind of a cool little farm out here. We happened to get to chatting with them, and you know, we're asking if they had any tractors or old cars, you know, things we're always interested in. She's like, well, we got a Mustang, but it hadn't run in years, you know, and I mean, that's pretty common. So I didn't think too much about it. And yeah, we sort of got to talking to them a little more. They're such cool people, you know, and I'm finally like, well, you know, let me take a look at that Mustang. She said it was her dad's, and just, he had passed away some years ago. It sort of stopped running, you know, for the last couple years of his life, and they just hadn't had the money to get it up and get it going, and it's something that she's given to her son. So I'm like, all right, we'll take a look at it. Well, I got to show you this because it's super cool. You don't get like a ton of opportunities for an actual barn find Mustang too often. But I gotta show you guys this thing. Well, the door won't open, so yeah, the door don't come open. We'll come in this way. And this cat is perfect. And I'm not kidding. That is one of the cleanest old Mustangs I have seen in a long time. Just a little 6-cylinder. So this is a one-owner car. It was her dad's since new. It is not for sale. We do not own this car. It was just, it's in such good shape. I had to like come look at it and play with it. So my understanding is that they had hired somebody towards, well, 10 years ago, right about the time her dad passed, to get this thing up and going. And that person had played with it a little bit, and then at some point he had kind of gotten it running, but not well. And then at some point it just wouldn't start again. They couldn't do anything with it. So I told her we'd get it going for her. I mean, I know this isn't trucks, it isn't the typical thing we do, but this is one of the cleanest little cherry red Mustangs I've seen for a long time. So it's just kind of fun to play with these little motors. Anything living in there? Not only does it not smell bad, that is one of the cleanest little cars I've ever seen.
So where do you start?
What's that?
Like, where do you start?
Well, right now I start by not killing myself and making sure it's in park.
Good call?
That's a good call.
We like you a lot.
Yeah, I like it. The smell. You know, it's really clean inside, but it does have that vague smell of mice.
Okay. Now that we're in park.
I'm trying to... One of these goes to ground, and I think that's not it. Let's not stand out in front of this for just a second. Interesting. Okay. That's that. You have to charge it up more. A little bit curious. A little bit of a contraption here, huh? Yeah, this fuel line's gotten pretty stiff. I can almost bet that our problem's going to be plugged fuel filters. Let's just check a couple things here to be straightforward. It's got tranny juice. I don't know how the fuel looks, but in this barn there's exactly enough light to not be enough light.
There's 2 light bulbs behind you. Do you see any light switches?
Huh?
I don't really want to mess with there.
I think the oil smells a little bit like gas, but good thing that didn't fall on the ground. Yeah, it's like I just can't see what I'm doing.
Finesse.
Okay, so he clearly put a new fuel pump on it. You see light switches in here, you said?
Yeah. Right hand side by the front door. Actually, look straight.
Well, judging by the wiring, I think we'll bring some lights out here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shove this back on here for the time being.
Oh, you're not lined up.
There.
There you go.
Was it Flathead or Phillips? My suspicion here is really bad gas. Or a plug filter.
What is this?
Huh? No.
What are you pulling at?
I'm just pulling at the... I'm trying to... I don't want to... There we go. Just trying to get a little movement on this fuel line from the tank so I can... Yeah. I think anything that was in it might have evaporated out. So... let us dude, this is just a clean car. Look at it. It's got the factory stickers on it and everything. All right, so let's put this thing back as she was. And I think we'll run out here, put a battery charger, run out here with some gas, some fuel lines, another little filter, and let's start there. And I think we can probably get this solved pretty quick for her. See, look at that. That's just nice and beautiful. If this was a V8 car, I'd be begging her to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
You don't see that often.
Well, when somebody says, I got an old Mustang in the barn, in my entire career of old Mustangs in the barn, it's usually some chopped up variation of crap. It's never 100% original. Granted, it's a 6, right? My dad bought it from the showroom floor, been sitting here for 20 years, had it run in 10, but like, you just don't get that.
What year is it?
I think she said this is a 66, 60.
And it's cherry red. That's a hot car.
Yeah, I found a flaw.
Okay.
The G on Mustang has
Let's leave.
started to fall off.
This is a... What's that?
That's the gas cap.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the gas tank don't even smell like gas.
That's so cool.
But dude, look at that. I've never seen one where it's not all like ganked up and...
I want to wash it so bad.
Do you want to wash it?
And just shine it up.
We're here.
Well, if we have the right material.
I wouldn't mind washing it.
Can we? Like, it's not ours, so I want to...
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind washing it because I'm a little bit scared to touch it because I don't want to grind any of this into the paint. And this thing is actually really nice. So I wouldn't mind at least spraying it off. If that would be okay. Hey! When's the last time that door was open?
I can honestly never tell you. Thank you. Daddy got a partner.
What do you got? Oh, you can't wander around here, buddy.
What is in there?
Oh, it's an old car, baby.
Chop the wheel, okay? Over. There you go. Okay, Amy's gonna bring some crayons, okay? And Daddy's gonna jump that car. Okay?
There you go. I just feel so much better with it clean. Got a little ding in it there. By all means, brother. So how old are you, 14?
Yeah, 14, about to turn 15.
You're getting close.
About a year or so.
What grade's that, Nick?
Ninth.
Ninth grade. Play any sports?
No.
Well, when there's sports.
Huh.
Not really?
Yeah. I mean, I used to be interested in baseball and football, but...
Hey, Jill. Yeah. Remember that little, oh gosh. Who was that crazy good guitar player that used to come into the bar? Corey, remember that little curly haired kid he had that was just like super wicked sick guitar player?
Yeah, the 12-year-old that
Yeah.
came into the bar.
He had like special dispensation to come in the bar, and this kid was just, it was just a freak show. Like people used to come all the way up from Tacoma or something just watch this kid come out and jam for like a couple hours in the bar.
Why is that? Braden
Yeah, because he
reminds
couldn't
you?
be in there. He couldn't be in there after, I think it was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So the sound guys, like if Corey had a show or something, the sound guys would come in and set him up. And
His name is Braden.
Just let
Can
him-
you say hi, Braden? It's Braden, right?
Yep.
Can you say hi, Braden?
Not.
Yeah.
Not.
here's what we're doing, brother. You want to learn about this stuff?
Yeah?
Well, what we're doing. So I'm pretty sure, based on what your mom told me, I'm pretty sure this cat is gonna run. I'm guessing, just a guessing, mind you, that I think it just sat for a while on the gas and it went bad.
Huh.
So kind of my first question, could you be so kind as to hold that for me?
Yep.
And when I tell you to, there you go. Come on, baby. Didn't want to do that. Okay. Well, let's try this. Will you do me a favor, give that some pumps? Time out. You good? You good? So. I'm gonna pump it one time so I can see if I got the right end. Wrong end. Switch with me. I need the suck side. Go. Keep going. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. There, I feel it's coming now. Yeah. Let's do a different method. There we go. Hand you that. So let's get a look at what we got coming out of here. Yeah. So that don't look very gas-like to me.
Yeah.
So let's just assume what's in the tank's bad.
Yeah, it's been sitting here for a while.
Been sitting here for many years.
I haven't quite had the opportunity to.
Well, that's no problem. We'll get this. So what I think we'll do is we'll just run a pump to it, run some fresh gas into it, try to start it, just let it clean itself out a little bit. Hopefully that's kind of step one, and then we'll go from there and see if there's more that's needed. I'm gonna find a good place to hang this without setting it on paint or anything. I'm gonna try like right there. I gotta remember which directions suck and which directions blow on this bad boy. Okay. I don't know why I insist on bringing such a big gas can. Do you guys have a small gas can? So, that's positive. That's ground. Of course you're not cooperating. And be lined up the way I want you to be lined up. Okay, is that going to clear the fan? I hope so. So you're my witness. I'm going to remember one of these days to put the right length frickin' hose on this thing. And when I do that, I will make my life a lot easier and everybody else's life a lot easier. Rub along. An extra little filter, which goes right there. And I have a feeling that is your little plugged issue, but we're about to find out. So I'm gonna pull this off here. Just gonna shoot a little gas down the tank, and none's coming out. So let's try this again. So now we gotta get serious. I have this habit where everything just has to fight me all the time. You got that going on at all? Well, we should be ready to start this here in just a moment if I can get this gas can to pump out a wee tiny little bit of gas. There we go. You want to do the honors? Sure. You know what you're doing? Yeah. Please keep it neutral so you don't kill me.
All right.
All right, just don't do anything till I tell you to, please. You roll that window down. All right, hit the throttle a couple times for me. Okay, crank it. Stop, stop.
Well, he can't drive the car.
Crank it again.
You can't.
Stop. All right, you can hop out. Huh.
I don't want this car to move on you.
No, I'm just staying over here. I'm walking over here. And then going back in.
Now for just a second. Everybody staying clear?
Oh no, Annabelle, watch out.
Everybody staying clear.
Okay.
So this is kind of one of those, I'm going to show you right down here. I had taken this fuel line off, and as you guys saw, we pumped some fuel out of this to see what the fuel in the tank looked like. And I had taken this fuel line off. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but just, I guess being OCD or whatever, I threw this fuel line back on the fuel pump just so it wasn't dripping gas everywhere. And then we plumbed in a gas can, as you saw, and turned the electric pump on. Now, this is kind of where I made a mistake on this thing. I pretty much expected this car to bump around and turn over and be kind of a challenge to get going because it's been 10 years. Well, I forgot I had stuck that fuel line back on, and our diagnosis here was a bad solenoid. So as you can see, I just tapped the cylinder. I tapped the battery, or tapped the jumper cable to that, and believe it or not, the daggum thing could have sprayed gas all over the motor. So as you guys are sure I'm aware, the fire danger is exceptionally high. And I mean, I'm in the middle of the woods here, so the fire danger is exceptionally high. And I mean, this little farm is, I'll show you guys, I mean, this thing is in the middle of we're straight in the middle of the woods. Is that an old truck that hasn't started in years? Well, we're gonna have to do a little woolage start exploration. Is that an old box truck or something? Oh, interesting. Oh. Uh-oh. Is there a motor in there? Uh-oh. Oh. Anyways, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to play with that. Well, let me get back into this. The fire danger. Ouch! Blackberries. I gotta start wearing long pants. The fire danger is super high, so I just want to be careful about sparking anything off, and I brought a fire extinguisher along. Dude, I'm kind of excited about that old box truck. Anyways, so we had to leave this thing alone because it was full of gas. So we came out here today. We're gonna put a start solenoid on it. We're gonna pump the fuel tank out, get some decent juice in there, and then hopefully we're kind of leaving them in a good place. They're off and running. All right. Come on. There we go. Cables of jumper. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's certainly, I think that's some rusty water in that. Let's go ahead and hover dry. suppose there's just enough juice in this battery that I probably gonna pull this thing off of here so I don't whack myself. You know how it goes. So this is me personally. I know there's a lot of different ways to do this. I like to kind of hang the wires back on these as I go. Again, that's just me personally. I'll tell you why. Twofold. One, I mean, obviously if you don't know where the wires go, you probably shouldn't be doing this stuff. But two, sometimes there's a bunch of wires on each post or some other junk like that. It also just helps keep stuff from flopping around and getting in your way. So I think to me it's just kind of nice to put them on as you go. I don't know. Again, all personal preference, but that's just me. Alright, let's see if we can. You mind starting it? Let's make sure it's in park. Pump the gas for me like twice. Alright. Yeah, pump the gas for me one more time. Okay, do it. You're good. Hold on for 1 second. Go ahead, yep. Okay, you can shut it off. So it is. It's got a bad gas leak. I might have to take a pause. I gotta fix a hose. I'm gonna switch this clamp out to. I don't like these style clamps, but put this on. One of the problems with these is everybody wants to over tighten them and circumcise those hoses. All right, buddy, you ready? Okay, don't touch nothing. Just pops right off like nothing ever did. It's running. Temperature's good. It's got less than a quarter tank of gas. I think it ran out of gas.
Probably.
Because I only put like a couple gallons in it. Hold on one more time. Yeah, do that again. Go again. It's not. It's crank it when you hear it start to run. Let go. Go. Put the key back in. All right, buddy. It's yours. Take it away. Don't wreck it. Your mom will kill me. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Listen, I know it wasn't trucks, it wasn't our normal thing. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I haven't had a chance to spin wrenches on the little kind of motors there. It was a good time, so I really appreciate it. As you guys can see behind me, the smoke from the fires is getting super bad. We just found out they evacuated 500,000 people out of Portland. Joe has been running up in the mountains helping loggers try to save their equipment, get their gear out of the woods. So if this continues to get worse, we might jump down and help in that effort. But I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's staying safe. I'm afraid it's going to be a real hard time for a lot of people. So keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Please like, subscribe. We still have a couple videos on the RV overheating. We have a couple truck videos. And as you guys probably, I haven't even gotten this out yet, the Pete is headed back to Wisconsin. So that's, quite frankly, went in storage for a minute and it's right back out. We're actually gonna have that on the road. We're taking it 2,000 miles. So we're gonna go from will it start to will it stay started all the way across the country. Cause Derek down at the farm took that. So we just hung the stacks on that and did a bunch of other stuff. Again, stay tuned, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Please stay safe. Keep people in your thoughts and prayers.